What is good, everyone? This is your host, Deanna with Label Free Podcast. Live your best life. You must live label free. Super pumped. Got a very special guest. She is a fitness enthusiast like myself. She's a former corporate America victim, I'd like to say. She was in global investment management. She is out of Wilmington, Delaware. She is an entrepreneur and just launched her own athletic women's apparel brand called Sisu Athletics. Please welcome Alisa Rose. Alisa, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I am super excited.
Me too. So we've got a lot of synergy. So I'm very excited to get into it. I know we started talking about things a little briefly. So, I'm a hard worker. But I'm not a fan of corporate America. I do not work well for anyone. I just don't. Because I've been a very strong leader in my past. I've created other leaders. I've been very successful like that. So for me, I know best.
I agree.
So I've never done too well working for other people. So what was it like for you transitioning as a single mother, because you're a single mother as well, working for corporate versus becoming an entrepreneur?
So in the beginning, you question, am I doing the right thing?
Oh yeah.
And you wonder, do I really want to go from a place of stability to a place of uncertainty? And at that time in 2011, when so many things were happening and the banking industry was very volatile, it's like, I don't know if I'm going to have a job either way. So I might as well bet on myself and take this leap. So in the beginning, it was very invigorating and very freeing to be able to say, hey, I create my own hours. I create my own path. So those are the times when it got nerve-wracking. You got scared. You started doubting yourself, that you go back to your reason why you branched out on your own.
Yeah. But facing that fear and just kind of finding that freedom of becoming an entrepreneur is it gives you just a lot of insight into where you want to go with your life. And even though sometimes it can be challenging, that challenge is part of the fun.
Oh, absolutely. And being able to have a purpose and help others and see the help that you're doing and see the benefit that you're giving other people was rewarding in itself. And you don't get that from corporate. In my opinion, you don't. You get the life sucked out of you during corporate.
Yes, agreed. 100%. So why, so I love fitness. I'm all about health, fitness, wellness, all of those things. So why did you pick that particular industry?
Because I've always had a passion for fitness. I've always had a passion to help and give to others. So during that time working in corporate, everyone would come to me whenever they had the challenges, asking for advice. How can I do this? And I'm like, let's look at the gyms. What type of gyms are out there? And me personally, being a woman, hated going to the gyms. Okay. You just feel awkward. You just feel like everyone's looking at you. So I wanted to create an atmosphere where women especially could go and feel like they mattered, feel like they weren't a piece of meat or being gawked at. So I went out, I did a lot of research, looked at what was missing, and brought that to Delaware.
That's awesome. So I hear a lot of women say that about going to the gym. See, I'm a bodybuilder. And so I started lifting weights when I was in high school. I used to stay after school and lift with the football players. And so at the time I was dating older. So none of the football players were of interest to me. I'm like, you're too immature. I'm not interested in you. I'm dating older. Okay. So I started at a younger age with a different kind of mindset, but as I'm a former personal trainer, dietitian and all that. People I've worked with, a lot of girlfriends, they would say the same thing. They wouldn't feel confident walking into the gym space by themselves. Why do you think that?
I think it's just their lack of confidence in themselves. And I think women, and I think a lot of people deal with self-image issues, and especially women, we deal with, am I good enough? Do I look as good as this cutie patootie size 2 on the treadmill next to me? And it can be very, very intimidating. So I think when you already have that bit of insecurity inside of you, to now go into a gym and put it on display
Yeah.
can be very disheartening. And it's something us as women, we have to get over. We have to love ourselves where we are, love ourselves how we are, and just say, hey, I don't have to look like the woman next to me to feel like I'm enough. I'm enough just how I am.
Yeah, no, that was beautifully put. I totally agree with
Mm-hmm.
you. Like I go to the, yeah, I know about the like being gawked at. Like I put on a bitch face, you know. I don't, my fiance and I work out together now, but in the past, like I don't go there to talk to anybody. I go there to get a job
Right.
done. If I have
Yep.
like a conversation up with you, it's gonna be hi, bye, see you later. You know, maybe I'll see you next time. You know, then be
Yep.
friendly the next time. But like I was never into that. I was never into
Mm-hmm.
that because I'm like, I'm not gonna shit where I eat.
Right. Right. Why
Like,
would you?
like I don't want to have feel awkward the next time I go to the gym and see some guy that I tried to hook up with. No, thank you. Not at all.
Right. Because
Not
the
at all.
gym is your safe haven. It's where you go to release and unwind and get in your zone. So if there's an ex there, it's just like, that's the wrong energy in my safe place.
1,000%. Amen. Yep, totally agree. So
Yeah.
your place is, what's the name of your place?
It's called Art Fitness. It is actually one of Delaware's first boutique style fitness studios, which is just a pretty name for saying we're very specific in who we help. We're
Okay.
very small. We focus on personal training, not a gym full of people, not huge crowds. There's no crowds where we are. There is, when you come in there, it's a fun atmosphere. We're having great conversation. You'll see people who look like you, who you can relate to, who you can have conversations with, but it's just a different atmosphere than what you normally see when you think of personal training or gym type facilities.
I love that. And so what does that look like? So is it specifically for women or do you have men come too?
Oh, we have men, we have women. I do a lot of husband and wives,
Okay.
boyfriend, girlfriends, mother, daughters. It's people who believe that wellness holistically is a journey.
Yeah.
It's not the quick fix. It's not, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds for this wedding. It's, I want to get healthy. I want to have a better quality of life. So those are the people we cater to.
Yeah, I love that. And so what does that look like when they come and they're interested in joining your gym?
So it's actually an interview process
Oh,
before you even come in. So the initial is a conversation. Like, we want to hear from you. We want to talk to you about your why. Why is this important? What are you looking to accomplish?
yeah.
And if we align, then the next step is let's come in. But if we align means, is our concept aligned? Is our mission aligned? Is the finances aligned?
Yeah.
What is your expectation as to reaching your goals? How committed to this are you? What are some outside factors that are going to be stumbling blocks? Once we work all that out, when you come in, the expectation is you're ready to sign up and you're ready to get going.
What is good, everyone? This is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. Live your best life. You must live label free. Can we get a round of applause today? Woo! Today I'm excited to announce Manscaped launched their Ultra Premium Collection. Believe it or not, it's for your not so private parts. I'm talking about a leveled up hygiene routine with your favorite manly scent. And let me tell you something, oh, it smells so good. My man wears this every day. This is an all-in-one skin and hair care kit for the everyday man and covers you from head to toe. Manscaped is trusted below the waist. Now trust them with the rest. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com and use the code LABELFREE20 for 20% off and free shipping. And enjoy. I love that. That's awesome. I'm feeling like there are becoming more and more boutique type of fitness gyms. I know that my girlfriend and her daughter joined something similar, and they go in and they have like, it's a personal training, like kind of format where they go in and they get trained on specific body parts for like an hour, and then that's it. And then they're expected to come back. They're expected to come at least 4 times a week.
Okay. So for us, it's 2 times a week.
Oh, okay.
So we do everything from post rehab people who are recovering from injury, people who are prepping to go into some sort of joint replacement surgery or a tear type surgery,
Oh,
all the way to bodybuilders. We share that alike. I did competitive bodybuilding for 5 years
nice.
as well. And that industry beats up your body.
Yeah, I don't know what you did. I was in figure, and before the pandemic hit, I was 3 weeks out from hitting the
Oh,
state.
wow.
And
Mm-hmm.
like after that, I had dieted the longest I ever had. I was like, no, nothing for like 8 months. I was very, very strict. And I
Mm-hmm.
looked phenomenal. I was like, yes, I wanted to go national, like hit a national stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
I just was like, no, I don't even care because I see what the industry is like turned into. And I'm like, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just
Yeah, it has
maintain my
definitely.
diet and enjoy my workouts.
Yep, I did figure as well, and it was very, very hard. And
Yeah.
I did it more because I was becoming an empty nester, and it was like, all right, what else can I do?
Yeah.
What can I do to fill this time? And I also wanted to use me as an example for my clients. Like,
Huh.
this is what dedication can get you. You don't have to be as extreme as I'm doing, but this is what happens when you make those sacrifices and you stick to your goal and your plan. You can really get some phenomenal results.
Yeah, for sure. Diet is a key part of that. It's brutal.
Absolutely.
You eat a lot
Mm-hmm.
more. You eat a lot more than people think. I'm like,
Right.
they think you're not eating anything. I'm like, oh no, no, no. I'm eating a ton of food. You have no idea. Like, for
Yep. And that was my biggest adjustment in the beginning, was how much food you had to eat.
Yeah,
Because I'm thinking, oh, I get to scale down. I get to pick at food. And it's like, no, eat this and then eat this. And it's just like, that's a lot.
it's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
food. That's a lot of food. Yeah.
Yeah,
So now you've just launched a Kickstarter.
I did. I did. It's a week and 2 days as of today that we launched it.
Very cool.
Yes.
So tell us what the Kickstarter's for.
So, after doing the personal training for 10 and a half years and coming across phenomenal women, there was a common thread amongst all the women, and that was the struggle to find clothes that fit their uniquely shaped body. Just meaning some women have broader shoulders, thicker thighs, smaller waist, and finding pieces that look good, that feel good, that can easily transition through their busy day.
Yeah.
So I started off, I did a focus group of over 1,000 women.
Wow.
I actually started researching this before the pandemic, finding US made fabrics that are high quality, good filling, and the key was stretch. So all of our fabrics have a nice 4-way stretch.
Okay.
And I decided to create a brand specifically for women who are uniquely shaped, that need apparel that feel good, look good, and help give them confidence. So Sisu Athletics was born.
I love it. And so
Yes.
what does Sisu stand for?
So Sisu is actually a Finnish word,
Okay.
and it actually means extreme determination, tenacity, grit,
Oh,
finding a way out of no way, limitless, uh, limitless mindset, action mindset. It is an extremely powerful word that to me speaks to a
yeah.
woman today, a woman and all her obstacles that she has to overcome and come out on top.
I love that. And so what
Mhm.
is your goal with your new athletic wear?
So it's actually tailored performance wear. The
Tailored
name
wear. Okay.
athletics kind of throws it off a little bit. And
Okay.
that's our little twerk, because all of our materials that we use are 4-way stretch. So
Okay.
we're taking performance fabric, we're adding tailored designs to it and creating essential pieces for women. So ultimately, it is to create a community around apparel for women to feel supported and encouraged in their walk in life, and to give them permission to live a life without limits. And
Very
then the second part of it is we do have a community impact portion where we are giving away 1% of our net annual sales to women entrepreneurs and youth education on entrepreneurship.
Look at you. You go, girl. So
I know, right?
So you're gonna still keep your gym though, right? And have the apparel side
Absolutely.
of things going. So are you gonna be strictly online, or do you plan on having pieces in your gym? Like how are you going to go to the consumer?
So first we're doing the Kickstarter, which is going to help us raise money to actually take it to production,
Yeah.
because we want to keep everything in the US. We want to use smaller mom and pop or family generation manufacturing. Once we completely go through production, it will be online majority for the probably the first 2 years. And then as we grow it, ideally, I would love to potentially get it in the subscription boxes, maybe get it on QVC, maybe Macy's, who knows? The possibilities are endless.
Very cool. So I had a fashion brand. I created 3 collections and I did a Kickstarter. My Kickstarter was successful, but I did learn a
Mm-hmm.
lot. So make sure you're getting really good advice through the process and do all your research. Who are you using yourself as a fit model, or who are you having as a fit model for your stuff?
So I hired a fit model out of New York that we did all of our clothing designs out of, because I wanted our fit model to be like a size 8.
Okay, perfect. Good.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Smart. I took some bad advice and did not really kickstart my brand the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was going to say, Macy's has an incubation program. So do you know about that?
I do.
Yay. Okay.
I do. Yeah,
Good.
there's a place in Philadelphia that has the incubator. I
Okay.
think it's Philadelphia something, but they host one of the incubators at Macy's.
Very
Yep.
Yeah, I know I have a girlfriend that does purses and she just got accepted into their program. So I was looking to do
Mm-hmm.
that if I had continued on that path, but no, that didn't happen. So, oh well.
It is a very interesting field. I didn't realize 2.5 years ago all the small little pieces that it takes to, one, create a brand,
Yes.
let alone launch a brand, let alone create a great product that people are going to want to purchase and give your brand longevity. It is completely different dynamic than owning a fitness studio.
I would have to agree. People are weird about
Mm-hmm.
their clothes. They're weird about
Yes.
their clothes because you can know, like, you can say that you're making this incredible piece. It's made here in the US. It's like really good fabric. You're going to sell like a t-shirt, a designer type t-shirt for $50 where they could buy a t-shirt like that for $5 at Walmart. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's
Mm-hmm.
really, to me, I would just jumped headfirst into it. I probably should have done a little more research and I probably would have done a lot better, but
Mm-hmm.
I was reeling from a life change of my own and just, it was a dream. And I'm like, I'm just going to become a designer. I'm just going to do it. Had I slowed it down, pumped the brakes and just took things a little bit more, took the time, I probably would be in a different place, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I did it. It's all good. I learned a lot.
Right.
And so I can appreciate what you're doing and
Mm-hmm.
what you're everything that you've gone through. So I know it's very lengthy process.
Oh, it's like 3 years and I'm still learning patience.
Yeah.
Slow it down. As an entrepreneur, those words make no sense. What do you mean slow down? What do you mean patience? I want it now. I got to launch this now. I got to do this now. So it's really teaching me more skills and more lessons
Yeah.
than I anticipated it teaching me. But it's very, very interesting to say the least.
Where can people find you, connect with you, reach out to you?
They can find me on LinkedIn at either my own name, Alisa Rose, or Sisu Athletics. They can find me on Instagram, and they can definitely find us on Kickstarter if they look up Sisu Athletics.
Awesome. And I'll make sure I put all those links in the show notes, you guys. So at least go support our Kickstarter, because I know how hard that is and how important it is to support an entrepreneur and their projects. And just, it's just good to show community and supporting people that are trying to start another business in this great nation of ours. So I highly recommend to go do that. I will put those links there. So before we start wrapping things up and saying goodbye, any last words of wisdom or advice you'd like to leave with the audience?
Biggest advice I would give is to bet on yourself. whenever you have doubts, whenever you are fearful, push through those fears. It's so much better on the other side.
Yeah, girl. I love that.
Yeah,
I love it. Well, keep us posted on any new projects that you have coming up. I think that there's a
absolutely.
lot more in that couple of years that you're going to be pouring from. So I'm excited to hear about what that is. So we'll have to bring you
Thank you.
back and give everybody an update. So good luck on your Kickstarter. Good luck on launching your brand. Do you have a launch date for everything?
We're doing the Kickstarter, and then our official launch will be sometime this fall, where we'll open up the website, we'll open up the floodgates. But right now, we're doing brand awareness, making sure that we're on the right path and we're designing what women are looking for.
I love it. Well, keep it. Let us know how we can help you. Love to have you back around that time and spread the word
Absolutely.
about it that it's live. Woo-hoo.
Yes, let's get
That's right.
it.
Thank you so much, Alisa, for being an amazing guest today.
Thank you for having me.
You guys, this is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. Live your best life. You must live label free. Please don't forget to comment, share, rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll be back soon with more dynamic guests.